I'm going towards Caracas, the new country Venezuela.
This is Mr. Luis. Bienvenidos a Venezuela. My name is Luis. Saludos a la familia por allá en la India.
Thank you.
Todo bien. Vamos para Caracas. 40-45 minutos dependiendo del tráfico. And English, maybe the traffic 45 minutes to proceed to La Guaira International Airport. It's okay?
Thank you.
I have reached Caracas, and then in the evening I take about 2 hours rest in Nelson Palace. After taking 2 hours, I'm taking a night bus. This is a beautiful tunnels. Caracas airport is outside the city, about 45 kilometers. And then because Caracas being a valleys, so they don't have a plane, so they have kept the airport away from the main city, where they get a plane close to Caribbean Sea. Then I'm coming down to a place called Bolivar to go to Canaima National Park.
Okay, once again, we are in Ciudad, Bolivar, and my name is Jennifer Carrasco. I'm in charge of the Trasmandu airport counter, and I'm here giving the welcome to Mr. Ciudad. This is the capital city of the Bolivar state where the Canaima National Park is located. It is about to be in the 7th wonder of the world, so I invite all of you from India to come here. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
After we arrived in Ciudad Bolivar, now we are taking a small flight from Ciudad Bolivar to Canaima National Park. It's a very, very small Russian flights, maybe of 10 to 15, maximum 12 people. Now we are going to the Canaima National Park, famous Garan Sabana. So these are all the lakes. You can just see the color of this water is almost black. Now this is inside the flight, a small flight. This flight is almost 1.5 hours. We are going to the base of the Canaima. There is no road from Simon Bolivar to Canaima National Park. You have to fly. The only means of travel between the Canaima National Park is the dense forest with lot of tabletop mountains. The Canaima is very famous for. Now we have arrived in Canaima, and there is a break of 1 hour in Canaima. From here we are taking a boat to the Angel Falls, base of Angel Falls, which takes about 5.5 hours in a boat. I repeat, 5.5 hours in a boat. This journey is really very tedious. The boat is, you can just see, it's a very, very simple. And then we have to sit like this for nearly 5.5 hours. And food is served inside the boat. And then the seats are very, very hard. We have to sit on that wooden plank, very, very difficult. Only interested people can visit such type of beautiful site like Angel Falls.
We have come back from all the way from Canaima to here by boat. Now we are going for a trek for nearly half an hour. Then we'll see the boat will come there and again we'll go towards Angel Falls. Thank you.
it was a small track from here, and then because water is less, is being summer, sometimes the boat cannot go. So what they will do, they will remove, will ask all the passengers to get down, and then the boat will come there, and then we'll get into the boat. If you observe the life jackets which they have put to the neck, the idea behind is that by chance if the boat sinks, at any cost we should not drink the water, even though if you know the swimming. If you drink the water, this water contains a lot of magnesium. So if you try to drink the water, then you get a continuous loose motion, which can be very harmful. That is the reason they are putting the life jacket to the neck. Unlike in other places, they will put to the waist. We are back. Beautiful reflections of this great Canaima National Park on the waters. Actually, there is no road at all from Canaima to the Angel Falls. So because it is covered with a deep jungle and lot of rocky mountains, the only means of going from there, from Canaima to there, is by using the boats. This is the water which is flowing all the way from Angel Falls down to Canaima. So we are going in a boat. The only means of transportation from going from Canaima to the Angel Falls, which is about 5.5 hours of journey in the boat. Continuously we have to do it. These Indians really struggle hard to take us to the base of the Angel Falls, because the water is less, it's being summer, and then the boat will sometimes struck and they will work hard to take us. Really, we have to be very thankful to them. See, this water is almost red in color, almost like a blood. This is because the water which is flowing from the top is passing through these minerals, particularly manganese and magnesium. So the water is almost red in color.
Canaima National Park is in the Gran Sabana region of Venezuela in the southern Bolivar state. It is the gateway to Angel Falls. Although other waterfalls and lagoons can be visited from Canaima camp, the main reason tourists fly here is for the trips to Angel Falls. Flat, grassy savannas with domestic tepuis, that is tabletop mountains, waterfalls and more rich palms. Angel Falls is located on the site of the largest of the Venezuela's tepuis known as Oyen Tepui.
The most difficult part of this journey is that we are driving our motors, the motorboats, against the current of the water. So that is the reason it's very difficult. Sometimes it's trucks like this, because of the weeds and then lack of depth of the water. So this will put us in really tough job. See how he is getting down and pushing, really hard work put by these locals, native Indians, and then very difficult time to reach till. So any time any problem can come. It's a very tough job.
Angel Falls or Salto Angel is the world's highest waterfall, dropping a total of 978 meters from the summit of Ollantaytambo and with an 807 meters uninterrupted drop. Angel Falls is known as Parekuppa Meru by the local Piedmont Indians, but gained the Angel name after US pilot Jimmy Angel crash-landed on the Ollantaytambo while searching the area for gold in 1937. Instead, he found the spectacular waterfall. After 11 days of trekking, he reached Camarata and made his find public. His plane was later recovered and can be seen in front of the airport at Ciudad, Bolivar.
After a long journey of 5.5 hours in this hard boat with sunshine and then shakes and juggles in the water, finally we reached the base of the Angel Falls. Now from here we need to trek about an hour or so to go to the viewpoint of the Angel Falls, or the bottom of the Angel Falls. It's a very tough job like this. We need to go inside the dense forest for 1.5 hours, and then we should start back as early as possible. Otherwise it will become dark, and then we have to come back here and stay in the hammocks of the base of the Angel Falls. Yes, finally we reached the base of the Angel Falls. Oh great! People from all over the world take a lot of trouble coming with many flights, struggling in the boat and trekking to enjoy this beautiful nature, the Angel Falls, majestically flowing from top to bottom, nearly a kilometer.
Finally, we achieved the target Angel Falls. Nearly more than 1 hour we have taken trek all the way from down to here, and then we achieved this place. It's a really beautiful place. Thank you very much.
Angel Falls is situated in the Grand Sabana region of Venezuela. The area is filled with grasslands with some dense jungle along the course of the rivers and at the base of the numerous tepuis or flat-topped mountains. Angel Falls is located on the site of the largest of the Venezuela's tepuis known as Ollantaytambo. There is an incredible variety of tropical wildlife in the area, including monkeys, poison arrow frogs, and hundreds of species of orchids.
We all were very much tired. The moment we saw this beautiful Angel Falls, we forgot everything. Actually, the quantum of water is very, very high. When we came all the way from Canaima to here, all those water is from Angel Falls. Because of the height, it looks like almost like a vapors. You can just see so much of quantum of water is there.
Now we are at the world's tallest falls, the Angel Falls of Venezuela. You can just see here, it's almost 973 meters, almost a kilometer. It's anybody's lifetime dream to come and see beautiful stuff. 7 years back, I thought I would come here, but God this today, I'm able to come here. You can just see, just show that. Beautiful stuff. Angel Falls. Thank you.
At first sight, when you see this water, only so much little water, that's what we feel. It is not so. The total water, tomorrow we are going to show you the great waterfalls down. They are all getting the water from this Angel Falls. Because of the height, it becomes almost like a vapor. See, you feel that there is no water at all, but actually the water is flowing down is too much. The quantum of the water is very, very high. Because of the height, we are not able to make it out.
Magnificent waterfalls. To reach this, it's not so easy. very few people are lucky. There is an incredible variety of tropical wildlife in this area, including monkeys, poison arrow frogs, and hundreds of species of orchids. And also mammals like giant anteaters, armadillos, porcupines, sloths, otters, jaguars, anacondas, pumas, tapirs, and capybaras.
Becomes dark and then there is no electricity. You can just see I just reached in time. It's almost 6:30 and it's becoming dark and dark, and then the other friends of the group are still yet to come. We are waiting for them, and once it becomes dark you have a lot of animals and then insects can be dangerous. Now they are coming with their headlights on, so mariner's light what you call, and then with a great difficulty we are able to cross the river and then go to the base camp to have our dinner and then sleep on the hammocks. So we are going to spend our night in this hammock viewing the beautiful Angel Falls. Then I had to put my night vision camera to take these videos and see how they are using sticks and then reaching to the base. It was very tough time, and luckily all of us are safe and then back to our base camp. We're all going back to Canaima. Well, this is next day, and then after we had a breakfast, we are starting back to the Canaima to view the other parts of the Canaima National Park. Safely, all of us are back, and I'm very happy. Bye, Canaima. This is the last glimpses. We can see the great Angel Falls. I don't know, again I may go or may not go in my whole of my life. Say bye to this great Angel Falls.